Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the So Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the Jordan Zion 2. So this shoe is going for 120 bucks, which is I guess like pretty borderline budget price, right? And we got two colorways out. We got this colorway and another like white slash black colorway with some like pretty cool colors as well. I believe the Voodoo colorway is still available. I don't know if it's sold out, but I did look a couple of days ago and it was still available. So if you guys do want to cop the Zion 2, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. This is Zion Williamson's second signature shoe with Jordan brand. And let's get started off with the tracciones, and the traction is freaking really good. I was very surprised. I mean, this traction pattern is kind of weird. I guess we have a little bit of a herringbone, like a very enlarged herringbone, like a V pattern here in the heel. And then we have the Zion logo, and it's pink in this colorway, and it kind of like I guess bubbles out. It doesn't bubble out because these are like sharp edges, but you guys know what I mean, right? So yeah, if you're playing on a clean court, the bite is really good. The squeak is kind of loud, and it's not super loud actually, but there is a nice, like pretty high pitched squeak. And yeah, it stops really well on a clean court. I would actually say top tier traction on a clean court. If you're playing on a dusty court, however, it does pick up dust and picks it up kind of quickly, not super quickly. So you won't be needing to wipe like super often, but you do have to wipe if you're playing on a clean court. But also it's a very easy wipe. You know, you just go one easy wipe, one or two easy wipes, and you're good to go on dusty settings. So I really had no problems at all playing on a dusty court. And then for durability, it probably isn't the best option. I mean, the grooves are super thin and the rubber is pretty soft, it feels like, when I'm feeling it with my fingers. So yeah, for durability, probably not the best option for an outdoor court. But as far as an indoor court goes, I had no issues, and I really enjoyed playing in the Zion 2 because of the good traction. Like, so pretty much top tier traction here in the Zion 2. Also, it's pretty weird, like this is the smallest decoupling I've ever seen in the shoe. Look at that, super small decoupling, right? Can you even call this a decoupled outsole? I don't know, but anyways, here's that. Moving on to the heel to toe transition. So here in the heel, we have a very rounded shape, as you guys can see, although it is super caged here in the back of the heel, which I don't like usually, but it's actually not that bad. You know, it doesn't really feel too clunky here in the heel, just because this midsole is actually quite soft. And I really like this foam, whatever foam they use here in the Zion 2, I really like. And of course, we have that heel air strobo unit, so it doesn't feel super clunky here in the heel like I thought it would, which is of course a great thing. And then here in the forefoot, we have a nice curved shape and like a lot of forefoot flex. You know what I mean? Surprisingly, like this shoe looks super stiff and very like bulky and stuff, but it's actually not. And torso support's really good too. You know, it doesn't really bend at the midfoot either. So heel to toe transition, when I was doing heel dominant strides down the court, it felt great. And also the bounce from the forefoot and like softness in the heel from that air strobo unit felt awesome. Right, so moving on to the cushioning setup. This is one of my favorite cushioning setups of like recent history. It's really nice, right? Which surprised me a lot. I really thought I wouldn't like it. Like from my like initial thoughts when the shoe was leaked, I was like, yo, what is going on? Everything is caged. Like the air strobo unit like sounded nice, but I was quite unsure, right? But playing in it is really nice, right? So court feel was good. You know, I was like very low to the ground. I wouldn't say it's like as good as the Harden Volume 6, but it's like almost there. Really good court feel, especially here in the forefoot. And in the Zion 1, of course, we had a full length air strobo unit, right? And then a bottom loaded forefoot zoom unit, right? So because of the air strobo unit kind of like on top of the zoom unit, they couldn't make the zoom unit that large. But of course, here in the Zion 2, the air strobo unit is only here in the heel. And then in the forefoot, they actually made the zoom unit larger, and it feels top loaded and it's really bouncy. There's a lot of bounce. Of course, not as much as like the Kyrie Infinity or like a zoom strobo unit, like a full length zoom strobo unit, but we have a nice bit of bounce and compression in the forefoot. It feels like a lot crazier of a zoom unit than like the PG3, which I really liked. And then here in the heel for stepping comfort, also it's really nice. It's super comfortable. There's nice compression in the heel from the heel air strobo unit. And like I mentioned before, this foam is actually quite soft, right? I wish they would have, you know, made it a little bit, I would actually say, you know, it would make sense to not cage the back of the heel and then cage here, you know, because of course, if it's soft here, it it can be a little unstable, right? I'm not saying it was, but I would just, if I was designing it, I would do the opposite, right? But either way, there's still a nice soft compression from the midsole as well. So if you're doing heel strikes, right, impact protection is amazing, stepping comfort is amazing as well, super soft in the heel, and then bouncy in the forefoot. And yeah, it's just a really good all-around cushioning setup. You know what I mean? Like, it does everything really, really well. So yeah, props to Jordan Brand. The Zion 2 cushioning setup is really, really good. Now moving on to the material. So here in the forefoot, we have mesh, and that's pretty much the only kind of like new school material we have. And this mesh is, I mean, it's not bad. You know, it feels really soft. We do have a bit of fuse here around the tip of the toe for extra durability and support. But overall, this material is like very, very soft and feels really comfortable, like on top of your foot here. Of course, we have this forefoot strap, which doesn't really do a whole lot. You know, it's just a one-way strap. So there's that. And then here in the back of the shoe, we have more like a synthetic material, and we actually have like all synthetic material, you know what I mean? Like a synthetic leather material. Depending on the colorway, I feel like it's different as well. There's like this purple colorway that has like all suede, which looks awesome. But yeah, I mean, look, it's not that thick. I mean, it's definitely a little bit stiffer than like mesh, of course, but it's not a super thick material. It doesn't feel very stiff or cumbersome at all. It actually feels very nice. It conforms to my foot very well. So it's a good balance of support and like thickness, you know, and also comfort. So I feel like they did the material pretty damn well. Even though when I first saw it, I was like, yo, that looks super stiff and uncomfortable. It actually wasn't. I had no pinching at all, besides right here, which we'll get into. But I feel like that's more on fit. It's not the actual material that was uncomfortable. So I really like that. Also, the tongue doesn't have that much padding. I mean, the padding, I would say there's a little bit less than average, you know, so it actually feels pretty minimal for the tongue. And then here in the ankle area, we have some nice Achilles pillows. You could easily feel it, you know, and it goes around like your ankle bone just a tiny bit, but it also locks your heel down a lot. So yeah, the materials I really had no problems with. It felt great on foot. If you're looking for a really minimal material and super soft material, then of course this isn't the best option, but it's also like, it's a pretty good option, you know. But yeah, it definitely could be a little bit softer if you're looking for really soft material, like, I don't know, the suede found in the Curry 4, right? Floetro. But anyways, there's the materials there. Moving on to the fit, I went true to size and it fits me pretty well. But look at that. Look at how freaking narrow this toe box is, right? And like when I was playing, this part really dug into the side of my pinky toe, especially on my right foot, right? But I also felt it on the left foot. And when I was doing lateral movements, like really hard lateral movements, it hurt a lot. And I thought maybe it's because I don't know, like I should loosen the strap or something and not have it on as tight, but that didn't really do anything. So I had to just keep playing in it. You know, I would get blisters on the side of my pinky toe and I just had to keep playing through it. And after a couple of days, after it kind of like calloused, I didn't really feel it. But I'm sure, you know, if I stop playing in it and it gets soft again and I play in it again, it'll hurt again. So do be careful on that, you know, just like this part definitely did hurt, and it's kind of like more on the narrow fit. So there's that. And also here in the toe box actually isn't super snug, right? This mesh material it's really soft and it kind of like stretches out when you break it in. So it does get roomier as far as the toe box goes, but it's not super roomy, but it's also not super snug, which that kind of sucks because I like to have a very snug fit. So there's that. And then like I said, true to size, I was good to go for the length. But if you do have a wide foot, probably go up half a size. All right, moving on to the support and lockdown. I mean, yeah, it's Zion and Jordan Brand. I mean, he had the infamous Nike PG 2.5. Like he tore through that shoe. Remember that? So yeah, if you're gonna sign him, you're probably gonna need to have a very supportive shoe. And yeah, you can't really get much more supportive than old school materials. And that's what they did, I guess, besides here in the toe box. But you don't really need a support on top of your toes. You need more support on the lateral side of the shoe, right? So they did a great job, right? We have the strap here, and although this did hurt my pinky toe a lot, this material is super sturdy and very supportive. And also all around here on the side, it's this synthetic material, which is very supportive. And yeah, we have a heel counter as well, and the foam does where this is not foam, it's more like a rubber material, but this does come up to act as a sidewall as well. So lateral containment, I had zero issues with, and no matter how big you are, you're gonna be good to go. This is one of the most supportive shoes that you can get alongside like the Harden Volume 6 and I guess like the MB1 as well. And those are all like very, very supportive shoes. Also for lateral stability, I was good to go. We do have a pretty pronounced outrigger. So we have a wide base. You're low to the ground here in the forefoot as well. And ankle support was actually pretty good. You know, although I don't like high tops and I don't like restricting my ankle movement, so that definitely did suck. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty stiff material right here. And once you tighten like the last 2 or 3 eyelets pretty tight, this really tightens around your ankle and you have pretty good ankle support. So that's a good thing on the Zion 2. Of course, if you like playing in lows like me, then this probably isn't the best option for that. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. Yeah, like I keep saying, I thought this shoe was gonna be super heavy, very bulky, super stiff as well, but contrary to that, it's actually not as heavy as I thought, although it's still like heavier than average, right? So this shoe is 13.26 ounces. Let's check the other pair. It's probably the same thing, 13.4 ounces. So the average weight of my shoes is around 12.5 ounces. So that's like an ounce over average, isn't too bad. And yeah, you feel really quick when you're playing it. Like that extra bounce that you get from the forefoot zoom unit, the traction is phenomenal. It's top tier, support's great. So your foot is locked into the shoe. It doesn't feel like sluggish or anything for fit or lockdown. And yeah, like the material also isn't super thick or bulky at all, right? So I mean, I had a really good time playing in the shoe. Of course, if you're looking for something very minimal and lightweight, of course, this definitely isn't the best option. Like if you're looking for lightweight and minimal, get the Giannis Immortality. I'm pointing over there because that's where the shoe is. You know, PG6, Curry 9, of course. There are better options out there, but of course, with the Zion 2, you get really, really good support if that's what you're looking for as well. So as far as the ventilation goes, yeah, nope. Even through this mesh material, I mean, there's a little bit of airflow, which is good, but I mean, everywhere throughout this the shoe there's no airflow, right? And also it is a high top, so it kind of keeps in that heat. So the Zion 2 is like on the warmer side of things. As far as the aesthetics go, I love it. I really, really like the old school look. I don't know why. I usually don't. I feel like maybe my taste is changing, but I like the old school look and materials now. Of course, I still feel like I like modern materials better, like knits or meshes. But as far as the aesthetics go, I feel like, you know, you can definitely rock this off court, you know, like casually, and it'll still look good. Can't really, I don't know, like with the Precision 6, I don't really think you can rock this. It looks more like a workout shoe or something, you know what I mean? So anyways, I love the way it looks. The colorways that are coming out look great as well. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, the Zion 2, holy crap, very surprised. It's an amazing shoe. It's really, really good. I enjoyed playing in it. Sad thing is though, it's not like my type of shoe because like, I mean, it'll definitely be in my rotation, right? And it won't be heavily in my rotation, but not super loosely either. Yeah, I definitely will play in it because I did enjoy it. It's just the pain I had in my like pinky toe, that definitely did hurt. And everything about the shoe also, like I really had not a whole lot of problems, right? But like the PG6, it's lighter, it's more minimal. Although it is less supportive, that's still okay for me because I didn't mind the support in the PG6, right? Same thing in the Curry 9, the Jordan 36 Low, the Zoom Separate and all that, right? They're all lighter and more minimal feeling than the Zion 2, right? So just keep that in mind. If you want a super minimal and lightweight shoe, this isn't the best option. But if you still want like a pretty minimal feeling shoe with great, amazing support and a really good cushioning setup, and of course top tier traction, this is still an amazing option, right? So I feel like most people will definitely enjoy it, especially bigger guys. Like I keep saying, if you're like a smaller dude and you want a really minimal shoe, then this isn't the best option. But anyways, that about concludes my review of the Jordan Zion 2. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.